Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm still here in Union City. I'm hanging out with the dogs. We checked out the area. I wanted to go grocery shopping and pick up some Filipino snacks to try out for you guys. Today I picked up a few different snacks that I want to taste test. Most of them I haven't had. Some of them are somewhat familiar, but I haven't tasted them, like different flavors. And some of them I've actually had growing up, and I just was craving it, so I figured I'd pick them up. So let's get started. I think I want to start with the salty first. Let's start with salty first. So for salty, I picked up a few different things. I picked up the nagarayas, adobo peanuts. They're just a crunchy peanut, like with a cracker shell. I think most Filipinos know what this is, have tried this, or know about it, or have seen it. There's different flavors. There's adobo flavor, there's garlic, there's plain. I don't know if there's spicy. I think it's like a sweet spicy. And then the other chips were the Marty's Cracklins, which I think what started this whole thing was because I tried these when I was in the Philippines and I fell in love with them. And I couldn't find them where I'm at. So since I'm here in Union City, I figured I'd check to see if they had them over here. And they did. And they have a different flavor, a chicken in a sal flavor. So I figured I'd try that one as well. So let's get started. I say we start with the ever so classic Nagaraya. So my parents moved here to the States, to the United States, in the 70s. And they didn't have any kinds of treats. And I remember we would literally, I was born in the late 70s, 79. And in the 80s, we would get boxes. And when somebody would come back from the Philippines, they'd bring back snacks for us. And vice versa. When somebody would go to the Philippines, we would send them with products like Spam and things like that, different products like, shampoos, lotions. And I just remember collecting t-shirts and toys and packing boxes and sending it to the Philippines. And then we'd get stuff like these really yummy snacks that we couldn't find over here in the United States, but we would get these in our boxes. Just like I remember. So it's a peanut that's covered with like a cracker shell, and the cracker shell is heavily coated with seasoning. It's supposed to be reminiscent of adobo. Adobo is it's a marinated meat, pork, chicken, beef, whatever you want, even vegetables, green beans. But it's basically, adobo means to marinate, and they tried to copy the flavor of that famous Filipino dish. It's not exactly adobo, it's just salty to me. I only get salty and garlicky. And maybe a little citric acid to make it kind of sour. The cracker is kind of sweet because we like our stuff sweet. But it gets addicting because it complements the sweetness of the peanut and the saltiness on the outside, the coating. Now, I don't know the history of where this originated from, but if you see, it has like different font, different writing on the top. And I think in Mexico they have peanuts called japonesas, which are similar. They're peanuts and they're covered with a cracker shell or a hard shell covering it. But I think they're shiny. I feel like this is something that was inspired by the Japanese during that time. And I know there was a lot of trade with Mexico, so maybe there was something else that they have something similar. Recommend? Yes. Salty? Yes. Beer with this? Yes. It's really loud. All right, the next one is Marty's Cracklins. These I'm super excited for. I wonder if I should try the new flavor or this original flavor. first. Let's try the new one. I just want to see if it'll... I don't want to, like, just remember the original and then taste this. Let's just see how it... It's chicken... Ooh. Not a fan of the smell. It grows on you. Just looks like a... Looks like a... I don't know. Do I like this one compared to the Marty's? Let's see if I was just brainwashed by liking the Marty's while I was in the Philippines. It's like chicken bouillon. Salty. I mean, it's like chicken bouillon on a chip, on a crispy chip. The chip is very crunchy. Not too oily, but there's bubbles in it, air bubbles. Okay, it's alright. It's good. Let's see how maybe I was just tainted, and maybe I just really, really liked these when I was there. Because there was times where you would just be so hungry from like all the trekking that I was doing and the adventures. Well, let's try the original. It's just plain salted. Much bigger. Much better in plain. I'm not a fan of the extra chicken flavor. This is where it's at. The plain one's where it's at. You don't want to mess with something that's already really good. I should have just bought 2 of these, but oh well. So it has dehydrated green peas in it. So that's probably what that texture is. It's like have you had those like green snap peas that they turn into chips? They have that texture to it. I feel like that's what they use in a lot of the vegan chips is the pea protein, and that's what gives it that kind of meaty texture. Original for the win. Between the two, original. Marty's Oishi, plain salted for the win. What's up next? Let's try the Lengua de Gato. This is also a very old school cookie that we would get growing up, and I just really wanted to taste it again. It's called Lengua de Gato, so I thought it was really funny that the name is called Lengua de Gato, tongue of the cat. It's nicely sealed so it stays nice and crisp. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate these sharp things. They come nicely packaged. Get ready to eat me. This brand is Magic Melt Lengua de Gato. They are butter cookies. Everything's going to be backwards. I apologize. It's because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And I don't have a camera. I think I need to flip my camera around on my phone, but then I won't see what I'm doing. So I don't know. They're called Lengua de Gato because they kind of look like a tongue. And when they bake them, they sometimes will have a little foot on it that kind of looks like a flick of a tongue. And there's typically lines that you can't really see on this guy, but there's typically lines on them. Oh yeah. These are butter cookies they just taste like straight up butter and sugar. Super delicious. Now I know why they airtighted that thing. It's real butter, which is nice because sometimes in products it's not real butter. It'll be like shortening or palm oil or whatever. But this is actually flour, butter, sugar, and eggs. I appreciate that. Yeah, they have these cute little tongues. These cute little flippies. They're like a very thin butter cookie that's dense and buttery. Almost like more egg yolks. Delicious. Next, we have the Oishi pillows. And these are filled with ube. Ube baby. Ube is a sweet potato. Or not a sweet potato. I don't think it's a sweet potato. I want to say it's like a root vegetable. I keep saying sweet potato, but I think it's just a root vegetable, like a long tuber. That, I guess, is special endemic to the Philippines. And it's getting lost by a lot of other countries taking ube and creating products, which is whatever. Ube is ube. It smells so good. It's like ube overload. They're literally pillows. Little squares, about the size of a Chex Mix. And on the inside, there's a cream filling. Ube cream filling that's like very light. Very light cream on the inside. It's really good. I prefer this over the chocolate one. It almost reminds me of a cereal. I have a feeling I might like this with milk. If it doesn't get all soggy. I might try it. Oishi pillows. The texture of the cracker on the outside, I want to see if it has the same kind of... Where's the ingredients? Sugar, rice, wheat. It has the same texture as that other chip, the Marty's. That really, really crispy outside. Like a cereal. Okay, what else do we have here? We have... Moby Caramel Puffs, which are a crunchy snack dipped in real caramel. Let's try it. No holes, no kernels, just melts in your mouth. I think I'm in a church parking lot. I thought I was in a parking lot, but I guess this is a church parking lot. So I might have to move after this. Oh, come on. It smells good. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see. These are really good. Really light. Definitely a church. I'm seeing people coming out, and the families coming out. Adorable. But yeah. Light. Almost like a popcorn, but lighter. And literally, like it says, just melts in your mouth. Corn Pops. It reminds me of Corn Pops, the cereal. Except instead of just the sugar on the outside, it's a caramel. So it's like a Corn Pop lighter. Corn Pop cereal lighter and buttery. Sorry, I keep looking over because there's these cute kids running around. They look like they're Tongan. I say that like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. They look like they're a Polynesian island descent because they're adorable kids wearing their church outfit that is clearly cultural. Okay. So I'm definitely going to finish those Mobies. What else do we have here? Yummy, 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 yummy. Philippine dried mango. Oh. Sweet memories of Cebu. So they're from Cebu too. Let's see. So I know a lot of people, like even me, I don't really like dried fruits. I'm always like, ugh, dried fruits is like stale fruit. But something about dried mango, especially Philippine dried mango, it's in a league of its own. It's like, you don't care that it's dried fruit. Like sometimes I'll eat like a dried apricot or dried fig or dried whatever. And I'm like, it just tastes like a raisin. Everything just tastes like spoiled fruit. But to me, a dried mango is a yummy snack. It's not like, I don't know, maybe because it's tart. Also these, growing up, you couldn't get Filipino mangoes. And I remember my parents just saying, oh, the mangoes in the Philippines taste way better. And we couldn't get mangoes because you couldn't bring fruits, of course. You couldn't bring the seeds, so you couldn't grow the mangoes over here. They could only pickle them, and I remember they would pickle mangoes to bring them here, and they would like eat the crunchy green pickled mangoes. And then they'd bring the dried mangoes from the Philippines, and that's what we would eat. And I remember going, oh, dried mangoes. And then when I finally put one in my mouth, I said, oh shit, that's fucking good. They're not too sweet. They're just right. Like sometimes dried fruit is just too sweet, and it's like candied, where you bite into it and it kind of crystallizes. Or somebody walking by, so I might look different. I might act weird. But yeah, dried mangoes. You don't feel so bad eating it, even though it's still a lot of sugar. All right. This one is one of my favorites. It's an actually, I don't know about this brand, but it's something that my aunt would make at home. It's called cochinta. It's spelled, allegedly spelled like this, but I remember cochinta, spelled with an S. But who knows? It says it's a tapioca rice cake. I had a nickname for this growing up that I always thought it was, and I don't know where my brain went as a kid that said, oh, it looks like, and I don't want to disgust you, but I said it was cow's earwax. Cow's earwax. I think I was like 7. It's a gelatinous cake. I don't know about this brand. This is Goldilocks. It's like a famous, everyone knows this brand. Filipinos, we all know the brand Goldilocks. But it's, I don't know. We'll see. I normally like it when it's not like a, what's the word? Mass-produced chain brand. I normally like a mom and pop shop. Cochinta. And it comes with nyug. Nyug is a coconut, shredded fresh coconut that excuse me, my inay, which is like Lola or Grandma, she would I'd see her like using this little bench stool with a metal rake on the front, and she would sit there and grate the coconuts to get the nyug. But they only give you one little thing of coconut for that whole pack. And you normally, I'll put like half of this on one of these guys. It's good. It's not the best. The texture on the top is very soft, and then towards the bottom, it's a little dense and a little dry. Like it could have either overcooked or maybe even undercooked and needed more steaming. It's okay. It like hits a spot when you're craving kuchinta, whatever. But the nyug is very, it's like gold because it expires so fast that after they, sorry, I'm camping right now, so I'm a mess. But what was I saying? Yeah, the nyug it's like gold because it's such a pain in the ass to make and to get, but it goes bad so fast. So you can't buy shredded coconut like this. I mean, you could, but it won't taste the same. It won't be as good. You can't put shredded coconut from that you put in your baking goods because they're dried. You can't use a desiccated. You can't use the one in the bags that they use for the cakes because it's too dried and it's too sugary. So nyug is where it's at. It's just hard to make and it goes bad very, 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 very fast. Shit, I just spilled gold. Okay, I'm gonna eat this last bite because I don't want to waste this because it's very yummy. As for the texture, I know a lot of people think mochi because it's the easiest thing to compare it to. But it's not like mochi. Because mochi is like bouncy. This is like gelatinous. Yeah. I would say if you are going to try it, try to find a good brand. Goldilocks is safe because it's Goldilocks. It's our famous brand in the Philippines. So it's pretty safe. It's standard. It's not 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. But since I got Goldilocks, I wanted to grab something from its kind of rival bakery. Ooh. I'm gonna gain weight in like one day. Let me pull it out. It might have fallen over because I figured since we did one of their products, Goldilocks' baked products, I would want to do a Red Ribbon, which is its rival brand bakery. So to me, the big difference is the icing. Goldilocks is that classic buttercream icing on their cakes. And then Red Ribbon is that like whipped cream almost. Light whipped cream. I feel like it's... Oh. So I got it's called the ube overload cake. Ube was that that root that we were talking about on the snacks. But this one is the ube overload cake. Thankfully it didn't fall over too much and get messed up. But it's a purple cake. Here, let me show you. It's like unreal purple, but it's real purple. Well, this probably isn't real purple. They probably added food coloring to make it more purple, but I remember seeing this as a kid at the party and thinking, is that grape? Is that a grape cake? And then then you bite into it and you're just right back at that party. Think of like a very, very light vanilla. It's very, very mild. Like the taste of ube is very mild, but distinct. You can't really compare it to anything. It's not like a sweet potato. I'm trying to think of what have people tasted. If you had like pandan, those pandan waffles. They have like an earthy taste to it. That's not like, it's not like potato. It's not like pumpkin. I can't explain it, but ube, baby, you have to try ube. Any product that you can find that's ube. Trader Joe's has ube products. Ube. I heard the ube jam is not that good, but they have ube waffles. I just got ube shortbread cookies from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna have the rest of this after I eat. But it's three layers of ube cake with a whipped cream in the middle, and then an ube icing on the top. Ube overload. Then, next to Red Ribbon, I went to this. Excuse my nostrils. One of our other famous bakeries here, at least in the Bay Area. I don't know where they're at throughout the United States, but over here, growing up in the Bay Area, you know Valerios. You get Valerios at parties and stuff like that. So I saw these very, very simple. I'm going to use the bag because it's messy. It's a long piece of bread that's maybe about 6 inches. Very soft, very eggy. Covered in, I thought was sugar. Until I look closer, and it's not just sugar. They baked this eggy, doughy, brioche kind of bread, and then they rolled it in powdered milk and sugar. I don't know who thought of this. It's so good. I was like, is there cream on the inside? No, it's powdered milk on the outside. The bread itself is very doughy, very soft and light. Dense but light. Light but dense. It's like a donut. Like a donut bread. So good. So heavy. Whew. I've got crumbs everywhere right now. And that's it. Yeah, the other stuff that I bought is snacks to cook in the van and food to cook in the van. I was thinking of doing an adobo, like cooking adobo in the van with, you don't have much power. But then I found this, which I'll probably have to do a little video on as well. It's a kit, a beef caldereta. They had different kits at this place. They had, this one is a Filipino beef stew cooked in a rich and spicy tomato-based sauce. So it comes with all the vegetables already ready, the right amount of portions, and you literally just throw it in the pot. Preparation: hot pan, saute garlic and onion, add caldereta, add the products, cook until whatever. So yeah, basically warm it all up, cook it till it's 10 minutes in, and it's supposedly good. So we'll try that. Beef caldereta recipe mix, recipe kit. They had different dishes over there. They had sinigang, they had adobo, they had, what else did they have over there? Shit, I can't think of them. Anyways, they had a bunch of different dishes that if you're in a pinch, if you're a couple who just doesn't, or who wants to try something out and you don't want to buy all the stuff, and or you don't even know how, it's all prepared for you. It's all set. That's kind of nice. We're going to see how it tastes. Let's see if their recipe's any good. It comes with liver. That's amazing. It comes with a liver spread, which is weird, but when you mix it into the sauce, you don't even notice it. But yeah, I'll try that, and maybe I'll do a video on that if you'd like. What did it say? Leave it in the comments down below. This bitch. Alrighty, guys. On to the next one. I hope everyone's doing good. My hat reads, make it happen. Let's just make it happen. Make whatever you want happen, happen. Have a good day, guys.